Hello everyone, this is me, Tulasi, Chief Dietitian, KIMS Hospital, Secunderabad. As we all know, the pandemic COVID-19 is mainly affecting the nutritional status of the individuals. So mostly the COVID status, the major symptoms are mainly like muscle wasting, weakness, tiredness, etc. So to overcome these, in the pre-COVID status and the post-COVID status, what kind of guidelines we have to take over the nutritional point of view, I want to discuss about it. Coming to the nutritional status, mostly balanced diet is very important. So instead of concentrating on the fruits and vegetables, we have to concentrate on the well-balanced diet, the 5 food groups. So it is not only if we take fruits and vegetables, it will help to improve our immunity. We have to take all kind of food groups in a moderate and major portions that will help it out. So coming to major nutrients, I want to discuss about the protein requirement. So the protein macronutrient is a major protein that will help to relieve from such symptoms. So the major proteins, we have 2 types of protein. We have vegetarian proteins, we do have non-vegetarian proteins. Coming to vegetarian proteins, like mostly the people will be thinking like, yeah, for the immune boosting only fruits and vegetables we can take and we are lacking of vegetarian protein. But we do have some major sources that will improve the protein requirement of the individual who are suffering from the pre-status or the post-COVID status. So the major proteins, like mostly we will get from the all kind of pulses and legumes. So in the daily diet, you have to include at least 3 to 4 servings of protein sources in your diet. For example, these will be coming from the pulses, whole grains and pulses, like lunch and dinner. In spite of taking like like normal thin dal or anything, you can go with the thick dal, and lunch and dinner 1 katori of dal is must in your diet. And you can include like paneer, soya bean products, milk and milk products, which are the good quality protein, which will help to improve the nutritional status in like who are like malnourished or the muscle wasting, and it also improve the immunity of the like individuals who are suffering from the COVID. Coming to mushrooms, we can take it like at least weekly once mushrooms, paneer 3 to 4 servings per week. You can include the soya flour. So whenever we are making a wheat rotis, anything, like you can go with a combination of the wheat flour and the soya flour, which will improve the protein requirement of cereals and proteins too. Coming to the non-vegetarians, we do have a non-vegetarian proteins which will help to improve and boost the immunity to overcome such kind of viruses mostly. Coming to the non-vegetarian protein, you can go with a good high biological protein like eggs. Eggs are the good 100% high biological protein which will absorb in a minimal amount of time, and it doesn't need much of time for the absorption. So regularly 2 to 3 egg whites per day or the whole egg per day, you can take it. And you can go with the, instead of going with the meat which is a red meat and the high fat content, you can go with the good quality proteins, like you can go with the minced meat or lean meat. You can go with the skinless chicken you can include in the snacks time, like a chicken soup you can include it without adding any corn flour in it, which will help to improve your protein requirement. So I need to tell that like mostly the people who are facing the COVID and all that, they will face post-COVID status, they will face muscle wasting and all that. For that, we need a good amount of protein requirement which will help to overcome such viruses and infections. Like we do, like mostly the people now coming to the summer season, like mostly we will be concentrating on the beverages like soft drinks, Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up and all that. In spite of taking that, you can go with the natural sources coming from the food sources like coconut water, lemon, vitamin C sources like oranges, sweet lime. Instead of going with the fruit juices, you can go with the cut fruits, which will help in the snacks. Instead of going with the high salt, munching high salt and high fatty foods, you can go with the cut fruits and vegetables, which will overall help you to take a good amount of micro and the macronutrients. And at least 8 to 10 glasses of water per day is important. You shouldn't be dehydrated. So at least 3 to 4 liters of water per day is required for the individual to overcome such situations. Coming like it is not like mostly we will be binging, like not eating on time, like we will be skipping our breakfast and the lunch and the dinner. So proper timing is very important. Eat small frequent meals. Instead of having a heavy meals at a time, you can eat a small frequent meals which will help in a good absorption and metabolism for the body, which will overcome such situations. Now coming to the pre the COVID, now the situation, the pandemic is going on in a very advanced stage. So being at home also, like we are staying at the home and we are not getting any good requirements of the like vitamin D sources and all that. So you can go with the vitamin doses, like staying at home and not going outside and all that. So we are lacking some deficiencies like vitamin D and all that. So you can go with the, like in the morning, like you can go in the, like you can stand on the corridor and all that. You can go with the 7 to 10 or 11 a.m. You can see the vitamin D UV rays, which will help to improve your vitamin D absorption, which will help to overcome such situations. I mean to tell, in these situations, in spite of concentrating on only fruits and vegetables, we have to concentrate on the full balanced diet of 5 food groups, which will help to overcome such situations. Thanks, stay safe, stay healthy.